All right, ladies and gentlemen, good to have back again. Once again, let's lock in. Shout out to the IPA. Let's get it. I don't plan to be before you long, but I was just watching some social media site about athletes going through divorce and all these women trying to get them for all this money, all these pregnancy problems they're having, and this, that, and the other. And I had to think to myself, why are these guys not choosing to become passport bros, right? Why are they not opting to date overseas? It kills me. Now, if you're a LeBron James, shout out to the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, God rest that man. So, and these top athletes whose names are on everything and they're known across the world, yes, I can understand it being very, very difficult for you to be able to do this. But if you're a mediocre player, right, let's call it for what it is, mid-tier at best. And I'm only talking about basketball, but this could be transition into football, baseball, or whatever. You could really do very well overseas with what I would personally believe to be minimal problems and minimal effort, right? Now, when it comes to dating in the United States and you're a basketball player and we know that you're making these $1 million salaries, or these young ladies know that you're making these $1 million salaries, you know, that's always a myth for a lot of people because only the top tier athletes are really making bank like that. But if you're making these $1 million salaries like I'm talking about, you realize you have to come with the wallet, right? You have to lead with the wallet because they know you got it. And if you got it, you got to lead with the wallet. You see, overseas, I do not believe you have to deal with that issue. Just you showing up. And I'm speaking more specifically about the Philippines because this is what I can relate to. But at the same time, it could apply to other places as well. Just you showing up and you being tall, dark, and handsome or whatever it is, gets you in the door regardless, right? It gets you in the door regardless. As I was saying, being tall, dark, and handsome gets you in the door regardless. So leading with the wallet, I find it to be completely unnecessary. Hell, if I and some of the guys that I know that have chosen to travel and be overseas and deal with women overseas can make it happen, I can almost guarantee you could live a far better life than you can with dealing with some of these young ladies in the Western world and in the United States, right? I get it. You have these 82 game seasons or however long your seasons are, and you're months away from, dealing with some young ladies and stuff, whether you get your little break and everything, you just got too much time on your hands, or you're flying to these cities and these women are just throwing themselves at you. I get it. It's too hard to resist. But at the same time, I'm the type of guy that think about consequences. And I think you should think about the worst case scenario in all these situations, right? In these situationships you in. Get her pregnant, locked in for life. Right now, if you think you got this bread and this bread's supposed to last forever, or you think this money's gonna last you for your lifetime, you know how athletes go broke 5 years after retirement. If you think this money's supposed to last you, you dealing with child support and stuff, it ain't gonna always flow that way. You understand that, right? Like, there's really no child support laws in the Philippines. I'm not telling you to go over there and get a girl pregnant, but at the same time, you are not going to be on the hook probably for that child overseas like you would in the United States. Now, please do not take this as the good doc saying you should go out there and produce as many children as humanly possible and be a deadbeat dad. Not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you could pay what you believe to be necessary for the support of that child, i.e., the cost of living is so much cheaper. So if you did happen to have a child, providing money for that child in that particular instance would be far less expensive than if you had a child in the United States. All I'm saying. So if your lifestyle consists of, I need a bunch of women in my life, I got this money, I don't mind taking care of children, but this, that, and the other. If you have that particular mindset, I honestly believe being a passport dude is the way to go for you. So athletes, celebrities, whoever you are, if you a no-name lame like myself, excuse me, let me take that back because nobody's like me. But if you are a person that could pretty much get by without people in your business and wondering about your net worth and all of that stuff, I do believe that a life overseas would be definitely the thing for you to do. Because there are a whole bunch of players on these NBA teams that nobody knows about, right? Who's the fifth, sixth man on the bench for the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? After Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, how many people can you actually name on the Dallas Mavericks? After LeBron James, Anthony Davis, well, LA's a little bit more more known by names, probably not by faces, but you know some of those names. But outside of Donovan Mitchell for Cleveland Cavaliers, and this is going to be a very badly dated video because if these players get traded or they go to different teams, it's really not going to work for you. But outside of the two people or the two stars that an NBA team actually has, how many other people can you name on that team? All right, unless you diehard fan of that team. So what I'm getting at is you can live a good life if you choose that passport life. I don't know. Maybe you should take it into consideration. Maybe you genuinely don't care what I got to say. But I'm just saying that route is not a bad route because you already got the money. So you pretty much can travel anywhere that you want to. I have my favorite places that I think that if I had that bread like that and your boy was single like that, I'd probably go to. But you have your pick of the litter. You could throw a dart on a map and you could find yourself there. Right? Kind of look at it like a contract job, right? 3-4 months, probably a little bit longer is your season, but let's just hypothetically say 6 months out the year, you're working, training, doing your job. The other 6 months, you're relaxing, you're chilling, and you're living your best life. I think that's a dope life to live, right? I wouldn't waste time on buying houses. I wouldn't waste time on all that shit. I'd rent me a little apartment. Again, my mid-tier guys, because, you know, if you're a millionaire, you know you got to show your status. But my mid-tier dudes wouldn't worry about none of that. Rent me a little apartment, you know, hell, live at the team facility if I need to, stack that bread up on a regular basis, man, and save all of my bread for the trip overseas, right? Save all of my... you know what it is, that retention. You know what I'm saying? When you retend things, keep all that shit, you know, locked in. Sometimes they say it help you play better anyways when you're not out here, you know, shooting up the clubs and shit, right? They say you play better. Do all that and save it for overseas. Because I do believe that you'll probably be far more successful, especially if you're not worried about women on a daily basis while you're trying to actually focus on your job, right? You're supposed to have a game at 9 o'clock, but at 8:30, you trying to get a quick one in. Come on, man. That shit drain the body. But don't let the good doc tell you how to live your life. I'm just saying, being a passport dude is probably not a bad alternative, or an alternate. That's my time, effort, and energy, ladies and gentlemen. If you like this video, or if you feel, Doc, you might be on to something, like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you actually think, right? If you think, Doc, you bugging, ain't no way in this world that an athlete can be a passport guy. They just ain't about that life, right? They're just too comfortable and too complacent with dealing with these IG models or these girls in the United States or in the Western world that are constantly throwing their bodies at them anytime that they get a chance in the hopes of bagging them an NBA guy. I don't know. Maybe my thought process is far-fetched, but I think those athletes might need to take and make the consideration. All right? Time, effort, and energy, man. Appreciate y'all logging in, man. Good doc. Y'all take care. Stay blessed, man. Doc is out. Peace.